everybody. I'm Lori St. Clair, and I am a master evolutionary astrologer, psychic, and medium. Today is July 27th, 2022. Tomorrow we've got a new moon happening. That'll be July 28th, since it's tomorrow at 10:55 a.m. and that's Pacific time. It's going to be at 5 degrees of Leo, so that means the sun, the moon coming together at 5 degrees of Leo. And it's a beginning of another cycle, a chance for us to all do a reset. And boy, reset is a really, I know it's, kind of out there in the zeitgeist right now, but in particular, the most important reset, if you want to talk about the word reset, is right here, right in your own heart, right in your own head. Particularly this new moon chart, Leo is rules the heart. It actually rules the organ of the heart. It rules the back. So we cannot have a conversation without talking about the heart with Leo. This is a really, it's always good advice to get in touch with your heart, but there are certain times that are really pivotal that we do need to check in with ourselves, that we need to get back into what is our passion, what makes us feel alive, what feeds our soul, what brings us joy. Leo has to do with joy, being joyful, coming from the heart. That's the center of who we are. What do we love? What fulfills us and makes us shine? Leo is all about shining. I got my angel wings going right now, and it is about honoring who you are and your own personal creative self-expression. So setting your intentions for this new moon about what you want to bring into the world with your own creativity, and looking at, are you being ego driven? Is this about getting applause? Is this about getting somebody else's approval? And if it is, check again, because that, Leo can get kind of hung up on that, but the highest use is to really have that confidence exude from the inner self that is knowing that you are doing exactly what feeds your soul and what brings life to you. And so it's like a byproduct, that confidence of being who you are, because each person has come here to do something unique and only that they can do and only that they can share. Doesn't make anybody better, doesn't make anybody worse. It just means that everyone here has something to contribute that is of worth, that is valuable. Now, at the same time, tomorrow the planet Jupiter is going to go retrograde, and it's in Aries. It's at 8 degrees. It will retrograde all the way back to 28 degrees of Pisces. So it'll be retrograde until November 23rd. So this retrograde period of Jupiter, and depending on where it falls in your chart, that's going to add extra emphasis wherever it is, whatever focus in your life. So if you know where it is in your chart, that'll be helpful to you. But so just collectively, if we go back to it's about May 3rd or 4th until now, and look at what has come up in your life, where you may have overextended, where you may have overpromised, and look at anything that's come up and the wisdom that you can glean and how that has changed your philosophy on the world, where you maybe need to condense. So those are the things for the Jupiter retrograde that can really be of value, is looking at those things, and especially in that time period. And what kind of message you are being given, because that's a lot about Jupiter as well. And maybe where you were overzealous and need to really contemplate, were you expanding in a way that was just walking all over people, or is your motivation for the highest good of all? And there's a backup there, which there always is in astrology, um, goes by the rule of three. But anyways, the new moon chart is really significant in that it has a very dynamic configuration with the north node of the moon and the planet Uranus being at the same degree as of the north node of the moon, which is 18 degrees of Taurus, and Mercury is at 18 degrees of Leo, making a square, and also the planet Mars is joining the planet Uranus. Now, that's making things really volatile and people being very impatient. People could be going off, things could be coming to a head, things can be, people can be feeling really impatient and go, just like things coming up out of the blue. People could be getting very much in doing egocentric behavior because that Mercury is in Leo, and the the Uranus and the Mars are in Taurus. Those are fixed signs. As well, the planet Saturn is in Aquarius, so it's a T square and actually a grand cross if you include the South Node. What does that mean? It means there is a lot of tension, and of course, tension is potential and it could blow up. And I always like to say, when volcanoes blow, the lava that comes out is so fertile that the things that grow from it, it's just amazing how green and how lush because it's full of minerals and just this potential. So be aware, like what's coming up and out needs to, but not to, you burn, scald everybody and kill everybody, and also to give people space to, have their blow ups and their blowouts, but also it can be a time where you recognize, what, this is it. This is where I need to make a break. These things have been limiting my creative self-expression. This thing is not bringing me joy anymore. I have been too limited, or, this is where I need more freedom. Or, it's that interplay between Uranus and Saturn. Saturn is about boundaries and restriction, but it's also about discipline and streamlining. Uranus wants to break free. It's the new, and Saturn is the old. So there's this tension between the new and the old, freedom, boundaries, restriction, and Mercury being in the interplay is about our thought process and how, with it being in Leo, how are we thinking in terms of our creativity, of our heart, of our passion? Can we bring that to what we want to manifest in this life? And, are we speaking words of encouragement? Are we using our words in ways that inspire other people? Mercury in Leo is a great orator. It's a great, it has leadership ability. And of course, to be a leader, you have to have heart, you have to have charisma, and you have to have authenticity. And that's a lot of what is being called for is authenticity, being honest with yourself, being honest with others. And sometimes, we may need to make changes. Well, everybody needs to make changes. That's a lot about this Uranus and Taurus, because Taurus is very stable. It likes things to be the same, and we are moving out of our comfort zones in big and massive and abrupt ways. And so it can make people cranky, it can make people edgy, and just know that you got to have a sense of humor, but you also have to move with the changes. You have to get in flow with it and just be able to pick yourself up and see, okay, well, this is where I go from now. It's very much the present moment as we are getting things, taken out from under us. And it's like, okay, so what do I have to deal with now? How am I going to make this new? How am I going to make it my own and be able to be who I am, but also be able to add to the collective, add to humanity by our own creative signature and sharing our heart and allowing that vulnerability that we all go through the same things. You know, people like to look at what divides us instead of what unites us. And we are all, if you're here on earth, it's not easy. No one has it easy. Everybody likes to look and go, oh, you know, they have money, they have no problems. Oh, they don't have money, they don't have any, bills, or they're not doing anything. So they don't have to worry about work and being stressed and, whatever it is. They have kids, they're so lucky. They don't have kids, they're so lucky. They have a partner, they don't have a partner. Everybody can find something to complain about. And that's easy. The thing that is, a lot more grace filled and graceful is to look in your heart and to have gratitude for everything that's coming up, that's coming out, and be able to change your vibration so that what comes to you is more in alignment with who you are and gives you more opportunity to have gratitude and share that amazing heart signature in the world. All right. Ciao, 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 everybody. And